Let's show our first presenter that we give a damn. Please welcome the Director Atlantic from Kids Help Phone, Shelley Richardson. Come on in, Shelley.
Well, thank you so much. I'm delighted to be here tonight, and I'm really excited to present on behalf of Kids Help Phone to come and speak to you fellas. So I'm sure some of you are sitting there saying, Kids Help Phone. Some of you may know us because you use the service. Some of you may have seen our commercials. And for some of you, this will be the first time that you have heard our name. So I'd like to start off by telling you a little story. For 25 years, Kids Help Phone has been a trusted place for young people to turn for help whenever and wherever they need it. And I'd like to tell you why, personally, I'm committed to this organization. So, a long time ago, when I was 14 years old, I was just starting high school. That September, my dad died very suddenly at the age of 43. I had my first date with a boy, and as you can imagine, my mom was consumed with grief and trying to manage 4 kids working to provide for us. I was confused, afraid, unsure, grief-stricken, and mostly I missed my dad. I was unable and unwanting to burden my mom at that time with questions concerning my feelings. And for me, a simple phone call to an organization like Kids Help Phone could have made my transition into high school a much more positive experience instead of what it was. So, many years later, when I moved down here, my youngest son was about 12 years old, and he was dealing with a situation that he felt he could not speak to with his dad or I. He was asked to keep a secret. He wasn't able to sleep. He wasn't able to eat. He was having difficulty eating, and as a 12-year-old boy, that's kind of a major component of what you need to make you grow up. My only suggestion to help my son was that together we make a call to Kids Help Phone. With great reluctance, he allowed me to dial the phone number, and we started a conversation with the counselor. I dropped off the phone, and he carried on a conversation. Many years later, as a matter of fact, just a couple of years ago, he reminded me of what I taught him there that night. And what I taught him was it's okay to ask for help. As a boy, it's okay to ask for help. So I'm here tonight because I want every boy to know it's okay to ask for help. We know from research for the past 25 years, boys do not reach out for help. Far, far less than young women or girls. Boys feel it's a sign of weakness rather than strength. But also just the stereotypes about gender roles, it's harder for them to reach out, for you to reach out. Kids Help Phone conducted a survey about whether they think it's harder for boys than girls to make an ask for help with their problems. 63% said it's far more difficult for boys. I'm hoping you can all relate to this. Recognizing this challenge, and through the support of the Movember Canada organization, we've been able to research the creation of a dedicated service for male teens. This new service will address specifically male mental health issues. We're getting ready to launch this fall, and we're very excited about that. But as we face the challenge of ensuring that boys everywhere are aware of that this critical service exists just for them, this is why we need your help. The funding that we would receive from you tonight would help us reach out to male teens throughout the entire region of Halifax. Boy, got to speed up. With your support, we can show young men that they are not alone and that help and information is just a call or a click away. With your help, we can ensure materials and information, such as wallet cards, posters, social media content, and videos, get into the hands of the teenage boys and remind them to reach out to us before a small issue becomes a major problem. What difference can a service like this make? I was lucky enough to recently speak with a young man who called when he was a teenager. He was living in the back seat of his car. and he called fairly regularly for help and direction. Did we make a difference in his life? I certainly hope so. So every day, from Hubbard's to Moose River and all hamlets and regions throughout HRM, kids reach out to us for service. As a charity, we receive no government funding, no ongoing government funding, and no financial support from any large funders. And with that, I'm now getting the hook. Thank you, gentlemen.